Right. Thanks, Chris. My name's Tony Witherley. I'm going to be talking to you about natural environments. Firstly, what is natural environments about? Natural environments is about understanding how the natural environment works. It has a particular emphasis on understanding the landscape. It's not moving. Or is it? Oh, I see what's going on here. We interact with the landscape on a daily basis. So every day you interact with the landscape. We move through the landscape, we tunnel through the landscape, we construct in the landscape, we dispose of things in the landscape, we extract things from the landscape, and we grow things in the landscape. And perhaps what you would be more familiar with is from a natural environment or a natural perspective, we protect, we manage and appreciate the natural environments and the landscape. So, a little bit more about what the subject is about. It's about systems, and it's about systems at different scales. And it's about how these systems change and at what rate these systems change. As I said before, it manifests itself particularly in the landscape, and in another way of thinking about the landscape is thinking of it as an ecosystem. And what we will be looking at is natural systems as opposed to constructed systems or anthropogenic systems, and we were looking at processes that occur within those natural systems. This is a natural environment. It's in Pine Valley in Tasmania, and there are lots of processes at work in this landscape. And so one of the processes that is going on is there was in the past some volcanism. There's a climate that is acting on that landscape at this point and in the past. As part of that climate, there's been glaciation, which has made the very majestic mountains and valleys. There's been water as a part of the climate and moving through that landscape. And one of the unusual things in this particular landscape is the interaction between all of those things and fire. And fire actually is an anthropogenic thing. Humans have introduced that into this particular landscape. And all of these processes, the volcanism, the climate, the glaciation, all interact to give you the landscape in question. So, in terms of what knowledge will you gain if you do natural environments, you'll get a basic understanding of how the natural world works, and really that's an introduction to everything else you will do at university. It underpins all of the other material. The natural environment is where we get all of our resources from. You will have an ability to observe and quantify the attributes of a landscape, and you'll get to know why things are where they are in the world. Very briefly, the subject is taught with 2 lectures a week, a tutorial, a 2-hour tutorial, and on 2 occasions during the semester, a practical. And as you'll see from this photograph, a site visit. So these are students on a site visit on a very lovely day down at Seaford. The assessment is 2 tests, a review, a presentation, and a report. And hopefully I did that in 5 minutes. So, thank you.